Hey everybody, it's Rory from A&S Gear, and we are going to look at a speed feed for the rotor today. This is the HK Epic speed feed. So it's got that HK design, a lot of the HK color and HK flare that you're used to seeing, and it's designed specifically for the rotor. You're going to get a rain lid, which is nice because sometimes it's raining out there and you still want to play. The rain lid snaps on, but it is not really meant to be used while you're playing because it doesn't have a hinge. It doesn't actually attach to the loader in any way, but it's something to put on in between games when you're going to be waiting and you might be out in the rain to keep rain from getting inside of your loader. It's not going to really help you on the field while you're playing, because if you had to stop and flip this lid off every time and somehow hold on to it while you're trying to play, probably not going to help so much. So you can see we got a bunch of different colors out here. We're going to throw one on real quick. We'll show you how to put one on. It's the same process as putting any other version speed feed onto a rotor, but we'll do it again for the HK just so you guys can see how it goes on. And then one of the colors right here, the two colors right here, this black and gold and this white and gold right here. These are exclusive to A&S. You cannot find these two colors anywhere else. They are exclusive to us. So if you like that color, you like the shiny gold, it's actually like a shiny glittery gold in both of those, you got to pick them up through us. Otherwise, all the colors you can find through the website as well, but those you will only find through us. So let's go ahead and put this on. First thing we're going to do is take the top of the rotor apart. So we'll pop that off real quick. Set this over here. There's 4 screws on the bottom, which I've removed. Or 5 screws, sorry. I've already removed 4 out of there, so you don't have to sit here and watch me unscrew things, because I know that's riveting entertainment. So we'll take that out. We'll push the top of the lid off. Now at this point, the speed feed is really just going to fit right on top here. You've got 2 notches cut on it right here, 1 and 2. Probably not maybe the best one to use. Use this purple one, maybe you can see it better on that one. There's 2 notches right there. They're going to fit around the 2 holes that are on the back side right here. And there's all these little pins that go all the way around the outside, and there's little holes around the outside of the speed feed. So they're going to line up and just kind of nestle right in there. You want to make sure that you get all the pins in and that it is sitting as flush on the top as possible. Now sometimes it'll droop down like that. You can see it's flopping around on there. So you just kind of pull it back out, kind of go around and push it in there. Now it will not sit securely in there by any means in this position right here. It kind of wants to bend in and flex down a little bit just because there's nothing holding it on the top. But that's how we're going to set it up to begin with, and then we're going to put the lid on top right there. Trying to do this will not work. You do need to remove the original lid that came with it. And there's a very specific way to do that. You're going to want to get something like an Allen key, a thin Allen key that is quite hard because you are going to have to push a pin through. So we're going to go ahead and push the pin that runs inside here that is the hinge of the lid itself. We're going to push it over till it just moves over to right here. We are not going to try to push it all the way out. We are not going to push it all the way through. We're just going to move it far enough over where we can actually take this part of the hinge and rotate it. So we're going to try to do that. This is a brand new rotor, so it might be a little stiff when we first start here. No, it moved right away. I don't know if you can see it in the picture right there, but the pin has moved over to right there, and the pin is no longer visible on this side. So we can take this pin, or the lid, and we can kind of rotate this up. Now if it doesn't rotate up right away, it's because the pin might be still sticking over far enough to keep it from wanting to move. So we're going to push it just a little bit further, and then we can do that. Now you can see I've lifted the lid out right there. At this point, you do not want to just crank the thing open and pop it out of there, because the pin that's in there will get stuck, the spring will get stuck inside of there, and you're just going to have to try to put it all back together, which isn't fun. So what you do now is you push from the other side. So we're going to push the pin back out, and we're going to have it pop out on this side now. So we'll push back through like that, and you can see now the pin has poked out over here. Now I should be able to kind of just move this thing around and pop it out just like that. And you can see the pin is on both sides. we haven't lost our spring, which is probably the main reason we're doing it this way. We want to keep that spring on there. This makes it easy to put back together. We can just slide our pin all the way over, take the spring and compress it down and drop it in, and then snap it back into place and slide the pin through. This is really done for two reasons: to make it so you don't lose your spring and to make it easy to put back together. So from there, we're pretty much home free. We're going to take the top and we're going to put it on. Again, making sure that all of our little pins are in the right spot. Going to drop it on right there, and we're just going to push down. And you can see when I push on it or pushed on it, all the fins kind of popped up so that they were flat, which is good. We don't want anything sagging into the middle and getting out of the way. You can also look at the bottom and make sure that it looks even all the way around so that nothing is jagged or sticking out farther than it should. And then we'll go ahead and put our screws back in. I'm only going to put in a couple here just because we're not going to go out and play with this right now. We're going to run some paint in it real quick, but we're actually not going to go shoot it or anything or slam it on the ground. So we'll put those two in. That'll keep it secure enough for us to use it right now. And we're going to take our lid, put it back on, and there we go. So now we can just put some paint in it. This is just a mix of paint that we usually use. This has got Redemption, Toxic, but it also does have Reball in it. And rotors are not known for their ability to feed Reball. They don't like it too well. So we might get some jams and stuff, which is going to be typical for a Reball here. So let's go ahead and dump it in. Now on a brand new speed feed, you're going to see it's going to be stiff a little bit and it's going to hold up. So you want to give it that little extra shake and make sure all the paint gets down in there. I'm turning it over. Nothing's popping out of there. You might get one or two balls to jump out if you took a hard slam on the ground, but just for general motion, shouldn't really go anywhere. All right, so let's see if we get any jams. Yeah, there was one. But it clears relatively easy, and really you don't ever see any other problem other than that. Go ahead and dump this other one in. Pretty quick. I mean, rotors are probably one of the fastest loaders that is out there. But sometimes with Reball, it doesn't quite like it too much. But as far as a speed feed, the Epic speed feed is great. I've never seen them really have a problem. I've never seen them break. I've never seen the fingers fall off of them or just get loose and sloppy and just sag where they don't hold paint in. So if you want a good loader or a good speed feed for a loader, the Epic one is probably one of the best ones out there. They hold up, they do a good job, and they come with the little extra feature of the rain guard, which is nice to have just in case it's raining out there. So if you're interested in one, pick one up through the website. Remember, white with gold and black with gold are exclusive to us. So if you pick one of those, thank you very much. If not, look through all the other colors that are available and order yours now through ansgear.com.